Look at this channel. They tell creepy stories using animation, and you've probably seen dozens like it blowing up your feed. These videos get thousands, even millions of views, and according to Social Blade, they're easily making over $10,000 a month. Sounds like pro-level animation, right? But here's the twist. You don't need expensive software or big teams. I will do it with AI. No skills, no gear, just strategy. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. From where they find viral horror stories to how they write scripts with scary voice and animate everything with AI in 6 simple steps, your mind's about to be blown. So let's start real quick. The first step to building a channel like this is choosing the right kind of horror content. You can't just upload anything scary and expect views. It's not about random ghost stories. It's about what's trending, what's emotionally gripping, and what's shareable. The secret? Real stories. True incidents. Reddit is full of them. Subreddits like r/letsnotmeet and r/nosleep are literal goldmines where people share chilling, real-life encounters that feel personal, raw, and absolutely binge-worthy. And the best part is, these stories already have built-in suspense. You don't have to work too hard to dramatize them. They come with emotion, fear, and tension right out of the box. So how do you pick the right one? This is where timing becomes everything. You want to find stories that are already getting traction. Look for the posts that are new but have a lot of upvotes and comments within the first few hours. That means people are engaged, they're reacting, they're hooked. When a story starts going viral on Reddit, it means it has the potential to go viral on YouTube too. And that's your signal to jump. Save that post, bookmark it, screenshot it, do whatever it takes, because this could be your ticket to go viral on YouTube now. In the next section, I will share how you can turn these Reddit stories into script without getting any copyright. So, scripting starts with analysis, but here's what most people miss. Don't just read the story, feel it. If it gives you goosebumps or makes you look over your shoulder, you've found a winner. If the twist makes your heart race, even better. Because if it affects you, it'll affect your viewers too. And trust me, in the horror niche, emotional impact is everything. That's what keeps people watching. That's what makes them share. That's what brings them back. And once you've got that kind of story in your hands, you're ready for the next saint. Now here's what I personally do. I take the story I just screenshotted from Reddit and drop it into ChatGPT, but I don't just ask it to rewrite the story. I say, make this more intense. Change the character names, change the town, add more emotion, and make it cinematic. This way, you're not only protecting yourself from any copyright issues, but you're turning a raw Reddit post into a gripping horror narrative that punches harder and feels even scarier. You're creating something fresh, something that ChatGPT doesn't just rewrite it, it amplifies it. It sharpens the suspense, deepens the fear, and triggers the exact emotions that keep people watching. This is how you transform a decent story into a viral horror short. And once you get used to prompting like this, you'll realize the real power is in the emotional upgrade. That's the secret sauce. That's what makes viewers sit through the whole video and smash that share button the second the twist hits. With your script locked and loaded, the next step is visuals, and this is where things get insanely powerful. You don't need to draw anything, hire an artist, or even search for stock photos. ChatGPT-5 can now generate images with just one prompt. It's like magic. You type something like, create a realistic, dark forest at night with fog creeping through the trees, and in seconds, you've got it. No Photoshop, no design skills, nothing. Just vivid, eerie imagery custom-made for your story. But the real advantage? You're not just creating one image. You're creating an entire visual sequence. Each line of your script can be turned into its own unique frame. A silhouette standing at the end of the hallway. Boom, generated. A blood-stained handprint on the glass. Done. And because these visuals are generated on demand, they're 100% original. That means no copyright strikes, no takedown risks, and full monetization freedom. You own everything. I have generated many of them according to my need. As of script, we'll show you final result, but before that, here's the quick hack. When prompting ChatGPT-5, use cinematic language. Words like cinematic lighting, hyper-realistic, moody shadows, dramatic angle, these trigger the AI to create movie-like visuals. Add things like film grain, low light, or misty background to set the horror tone. Play with it. Try 5 or 6 variations of the same prompt until you hit the perfect one. And once you start building a library of visuals, you can reuse them in future videos, saving even more time. I've got to be honest, before I discovered Vidnos Gen, I always thought making AI animation videos meant sitting for hours in complicated software. But today, I'm going to show you live how I turned a simple idea into a full horror mini clip using nothing but Vidnos Gen. So let's jump right in. I'm on the Vidnos AI homepage right now. To access Vidnos Gen, you just hover over the Products tab and there it is, Vidnos Gen. I'll click it and we're inside. This is where all the magic happens. The first tool I'm using is the AI image generator. Now, we've already seen ChatGPT-5 create images, but Vidnos Gen takes it to the next level. You're not just generating visuals, you're building cinematic frames with precision. The workflow is simple. First, pick your style. This decides the whole mood of your video. For me, I'm going with real photo because I want everything to feel raw, lifelike, and realistic. Next, choose how many images you need. Vidnos lets you control that. Since I only need one perfect shot for this scene, I'll select one image. After that, I'll set the aspect ratio. Because I'm making a YouTube long-form video, I'll go with 16:9. Now I type my prompt. A haunted, foggy forest with a glowing shadow in the distance. One click. And within seconds, Vidnos Gen delivers a hyper-realistic horror scene. The atmosphere, the shadows, the detail, it still feels like a movie still. I'm saving this one because the next step is where it comes alive. Now I'll move on to the image to video generator, which is the star of the show. From the left menu, I click image to video and I'm given 3 models, Turbo, Ultra, and Max. If you want truly cinematic quality, always go with Ultra or Max. For this demo, I'm choosing Vidnos Max. I upload the forest image we just made, set the video length to 5 seconds, and then describe the camera movement. I'll type slow zoom in with an eerie atmosphere. Hit generate, and just like that, my static frame has transformed into a moving, chilling horror clip. Honestly, it feels like something ripped straight from a professional trailer. But we're not stopping there. The final touch is adding video effects. Inside Vidnos Gen, you'll find 30+ ready-to-use effects. Things like the AI kissing video, the AI Jesus hug video, the AI baby, and more. For this demo, I'll go with something unique, the AI Jesus hug video effect. Imagine this, our main character, a child, sitting alone in fear. Suddenly, he remembers Jesus, and in that moment, Jesus appears and gently hugs him. It's powerful, emotional, and symbolic. The process is simple. Click on the effect, upload the child's image, hit generate, and within seconds, Vidnos delivers a cinematic, heart-touching clip. The result is perfect, almost like a movie scene. Next, I'm adding the AI melt everything effect, because I think this one can push the creepiness of my horror video even further. All I did was click on melt everything, upload my image, hit generate, and the result, wow, it's eerie, surreal, and instantly makes the whole scene feel more unsettling. And that's the real magic of Vidnos Gen. In just 3 steps, I created a complete horror sequence. First, I generated my scene with the AI image generator. Then, I brought it to life with the image to video tool using Vidnos Max. Finally, I elevated it with video effects to add emotional depth and cinematic punch. No complex editing, no hours of rendering, just a smooth, beginner-friendly workflow that makes pro-level horror videos possible for anyone. If you want to try it yourself, the link is right here in the description. And now that all our horror clips are ready, it's time for the most important step. Now that all your horror clips are ready, it's time to bring them to life. And nothing does that better than a terrifying voiceover. This is where the entire mood of your video gets locked in. You could have the most realistic visuals in the world, but if your voiceover doesn't hit the right tone, the audience just won't feel it. Luckily, you don't need to be a professional voice actor or buy any fancy microphone setup. We're going to use 11 Labs. And trust me, it's a total game changer. Just go to 11 Labs, sign up or log in, and paste your horror script right into the text box. Now, instead of picking any random voice, take your time to select one that fits the vibe. Once you lock in the tone, hit generate, and boom, you've got a chilling voiceover ready to go. Now your visuals have a voice, and it's scary good. We need to stick to Geeter to get the video done. I will use CapCut for this. Alright, now that your visuals and voiceover are ready, it's time to bring everything together. And this is where real magic happens. You don't need to be a professional editor or use complicated software like Premiere Pro or After Effects. We're going to use CapCut because it's free, powerful, and beginner-friendly. Whether you're editing on your laptop or your phone, CapCut gives you everything you need to make your horror video look cinematic. Start by opening CapCut and creating a new project. Import your animated clips one by one and drag them into the timeline. Then drop your voiceover in and align it with your visuals. You'll notice how even basic syncing of visuals to narration immediately boosts the impact. Now go in and trim any awkward pauses or silent gaps in the audio. CapCut's timeline tools make this super easy, but here's where you take things to the next level. Add zoom-ins, slow pans, and creepy fade transitions between your clips. You can use CapCut's keyframe feature to control movement exactly how you want. Also, add light flashes or static glitches when something intense happens in the script. It adds punch and pattern breaks, which which keeps people watching. Now let's talk background music. You want something eerie but not too loud? You can use AI tools like Suno to generate your own horror soundtrack or pick royalty-free ones from YouTube's audio library. Drop it under your voiceover and lower the volume to around 20 to 30% so it enhances the vibe without overpowering the story. It should be felt, not heard directly. Finally, it's time for captions. Click on Auto Captions in CapCut and generate subtitles that match your voiceover automatically. Make sure to tweak the font, size, and position so they look clean and readable. Horror videos with captions perform better, especially on mobile and for viewers watching without sound. Once everything feels smooth, hit Export. Set the resolution to 1080p or 4K for maximum quality. Let's see the results.
I was 10 years old when Nana Evelyn came to live with us in the small town of Ashwick. It was half a year after Granddad Henry passed, and looking back now, she must have been unbearably lonely in that creaking old house on the hill, rattling through rooms heavy with grief and silence. So, despite my mother's protests, Dad brought her into our home. I didn't protest at all. I adored her. Nana was loud, fearless, and always had a paper bag of humbugs hidden away. She'd wink as she pressed a couple into my palm. She defended me whenever Mum's patience snapped. But what I loved most were her stories.
Awesome, man. We have nailed the horror animations, but here's my honest recommendation. Just start. Be consistent. Upload horror videos regularly because on YouTube, the only real secret to growth is consistency. Take action now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.